Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, good evening, Jiva.
Thank you so much, ma'am. In busy schedule, you agreed to come here, and really appreciate you for joining me.
Okay, I feel honored to be your guest.
So let me tell you guys, ma'am is from Germany. Her name is Gudrun. Even I'm not sure I'm pronouncing right or wrong because her name is really very difficult. And she's a teacher. She's a web kind of interior designer. She has own application on Play Store. So thank you so much, ma'am, again. And here, I know that you are really great experience and knowledge of everything about social work, about web designing, many more things. So we're gonna talk about many things here. We're gonna explore many things here. We'll talk about technology. We'll talk about pornography. We'll talk about side effect of sex. We'll talk about emotion, impulsiveness. So it's a kind of I have series of questions, and we're gonna explore one by one each and every question.
Okay. Yeah.
So, ma'am, I would like to start from your introduction. What you do exactly? Please say a little bit in short.
Yeah, okay. I can tell a little bit about my background. So my education was I finished high school. Afterwards, I was thinking about what to do, and I wanted to do something creative. So since I didn't find a study I would wanted to start, I had a formation as a carpenter, which was very exotic back then because I was the only girl interested in that profession and the only girl at school as well. But I liked the material and I liked working with it. And later on, I started working in a furniture store and specialized in planning and selling kitchens. And that is what I do until now. It's my regular job. I'm selling kitchens, expensive kitchens for rich clients, let's say.
Yeah.
And in my free time, I've always learned languages. This is my hobby. And meanwhile, I'm teaching my native language, which is German and English as well. And I'm still learning and developing the languages I already know and learn some new ones. So this is about my background. Apart from some other hobbies I have, we can talk in another occasion,
Oh,
maybe.
great, ma'am. Yeah, great. Okay. So, ma'am, my next question is, about existential issues. Many young guys, they think, why should we work hard? Sometimes they think, why should we work hard? Why should we get money? Why should we make a lot of money? Why should we be, so much materialistic? Yeah.
Mhm.
And if you see around the world, irrespective of country, if you talk about we youth, everybody wanna have good career. Everybody want to make money. Everybody want to have a good great bungalow, kind of car and everything. So my question is, ma'am, to you. Uh, Sometimes even I think why I'm here. I'm here to make a money. I'm here to just have a good bungalow and good lifestyle, or I'm here also to give something to society as a human being. So
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think personally? Like why you are here and what you want to contribute to this society?
Yeah, I think at a young age, we don't know exactly why we are here, what we are doing here, and what we can give to the society. I think those ideas come with a little bit older age. And once you have collected some knowledge and developed your personality, you will find out what you can give to the society, or let's better say, to give back to your children, to other people. And I think in my case, especially, it is just knowledge. I want to give back to the society by teaching by helping people personally, by talking about their problems, by trying to find solutions for other people's problems, because I don't have that many problems personally.
Yeah,
But I think that makes me able to help others because I'm a very positive person. I think positive, and that is why I can maybe cheer up people that are down or depressive or just sad. And yeah, by teaching, I give back the knowledge I have achieved throughout the years.
yeah. Okay, ma'am. There is another follow-up question because we talked about existential issues. So another question is about meditation and spirituality. Do
Okay.
you do meditation? Uh,
Yeah, I tried out a couple of times, and I have to say, I had some difficulties to get into it. Let's say meditation is something really relaxing, maybe, and it's something quiet. And I'm a quite active person, and for me, it was like helping me to fall asleep. So I couldn't even find out what the benefits could be because
yeah,
before they even started, I was fallen asleep. So, yeah, I gave it a couple of tries, but it seems it's not for me. Yeah. So,
great.
but if
Yeah,
people can find their inner peace with meditation or yoga or what else is related to it, yeah, they should do it. I personally don't really need it.
okay, great. Even I'm kind of I do yoga and meditation each and every day, and even some years ago I was in meditation center for 10 days, and when I started this, these things happened, happening with me same. I was falling in sleep, something like that. But nowadays, sometimes I feel like no, it's really helping me.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
great one.
then that is maybe something I can learn from you.
It's my pleasure. Okay, ma'am. Another question is about spirituality. I'm from India, and especially in India, we many. Whenever I think I talk about numbers, so 70 to 80% are spiritual.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think so. What do you think about spirituality? And are you a spiritual person?
I personally don't think that I'm a spiritual person. I'm very down to earth and a practical person and reasonable person. But I that is something I admire, especially in Asian people. They are kind of yeah, they are very spiritual. They have a totally different sight on their daily life, on things that are not that much essential for us, maybe, but it's always interesting. They don't get bothered easily. I'm a very impulsive person. I can go through the ceiling very easily. And yeah, that is what I admire. They will say, ah, come on, sit down, have a tea, calm down. And yeah, and they wouldn't take it personally, even if you get angry or something, they would always try to comfort you somehow. Yeah.
Actually, okay, ma'am. In India, we say, suppose, spirituality is really help when you are very in pressure. Suppose you have a workload, you are working in a big,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know, tech giant companies, and sometimes you have family issues, you have problem with relation, something like that. So in that time, if you are spiritual, if you do meditation, it's kind of things. It's really help. So, ma'am, one question to you: when you get sometimes you get like, oh, I'm stuck right now. I'm really feeling very bad. I'm under pressure. So, how do you release your pressure? How do you get rid of tension, something like that?
Well, I have to admit, I'm a person who starts eating when she's under stress. So maybe I will eat some chocolate or some sweets. I have a
Oh,
sweet tooth, so I will comfort myself by eating sweets or something. That is not really healthy, but yeah, it helps me over stress. And what also helps me when it's about work, if I have a full desk and I don't know where to start,
yeah.
then I really make a to-do list and I start from the very tiny tasks so I can erase a lot of things from the list first, and then I keep the more complicated tasks for the end, because then my head is free from all those tiny things that just bother you, and that helps me here.
Okay. Now, ma'am, another question I have just, remembering this question is about, German people. And maybe it's part of your culture. I have read an article in a Google. German people are very focused. They when they do something, so they give 100% in that work. And then after they have parties, they have something like that. So they are not kind
Yeah.
of multiple multiple kind of mindset, like I'm doing this and I'm also like typing something, and at one time I'm doing
Oh,
many
no,
things.
I can do that in my free time, but at work, really, we want to be productive and effective. And there are some reasons why our economy works fine. We work at work. I know from many countries that people are at work, but not actually working, talking to each other, doing other things, having a long lunch break or something. And yeah, we just do our work. And that is maybe also why we can have a lot of vacations. We have 6 weeks of vacations normally every year. And we seldom work extra hours because we do our work during the work time. And yes, we are punctual. That's not just a stereotype. We are always punctual. You remember you said, let's start in an hour. I was there in an hour waiting for you. That's typically, that's really typically German, I can say. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, then we don't easily make friends like in other countries where they hug and kiss from the first meeting, and
Okay.
later on it's difficult to get rid of people. So we try to gradually befriend with people, and then we can say, okay, this is a close friend and this is just an acquaintance. Yeah. So
Okay. Great. Okay, ma'am. Let's talk about motivation and inspiring things. There are so many podcasts and so many videos available on YouTube. And when I see many guy, they're really addicted to this podcast, these videos. They always, every time they keep watching videos, and they never feel to do anything. They just,
yeah,
they're
yeah, this is called addiction. Yeah, that is already addiction when you cannot stop watching those videos and podcasts, and you come from one to the other because you always get announced new things on the right side, you know. So,
exactly.
and then, this could be interesting, and this, and then a couple of hours have passed, and you just I think many young people are not focused anymore. They get distracted from one video to the other, from one podcast to the other. And at the end, if you ask them what they have watched and what they have learned, what they have seen, you will barely get an answer that will satisfy you. Yeah. That is the problem. So we have learned, and that is also something German, I think, first the work, then the party. Yeah, we learned that even as children, our parents will tell us first, after lunch, for example, first you do your homework, and then you can go out playing the whole afternoon. But first you do your work. And yeah, that is what we learn. And yeah, that is what we learned when all the technologies started with TV, let's say. So, what is in the program? Okay, let's watch this movie, and we switch on the TV when it starts, and we switched it
Yeah.
off when it was done. And this is different now, totally different, because there's an yeah, overwhelming amount of possibilities, and I think that lets people get distracted. I still, when I go on YouTube or other platforms, I still tell myself, okay, I'm watching this kind of podcast related to this topic, and that's it. Or I'm searching for a song, then I listen this song, and that's it. So I don't let myself get distracted, but I can see how easy it can happen. Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, when I started this YouTube channel, so I was reading there, we must make a content for not more than 20 minutes, around 15 and 10 minutes. It's the ideal time. So do you think why this happening? Why young guy or any guy who are coming on a YouTube or any channel, or suppose they don't care how content of YouTube or any is important or something like, they just think, oh, it's a too long, just skip, it's a too long, just
Yeah.
skip. So
That is actually, yeah.
why do you think it's happening? Is it because of TikTok or some short videos? Why this
Yeah,
happen?
I think that generally their mind is overflowing with information. And if you have too much information, you cannot absorb anything more. So you watch for a while, then you think, okay, oh no, next one. And even if I see a text that is too long, I think, oh, I didn't want to read a book here. So I just wanted some information. And since I'm one of those focused persons, I want to have exactly the information I was looking for, and that's it. I don't need 10 pages to explain me the same thing. I try to find the best page from the first attempt, and then I read what is standing there. And yeah, I can also easily get bored when something is too wordy or too long or boring. Yeah.
Okay, so what I have understood, you mean, we have so many options there. So young guys, they think like, why should we watch 1 hour, half-hour video? We can switch on, we can skip this video and we can, watch another video. Maybe we'll get a
Yeah.
short
And I
solution.
think they will proudly tell you afterwards, today I have seen 20 podcasts, but they actually have seen only the first 5 minutes of each. Yeah. So, and if
Ma'am,
you ask them, so what have you seen there? What have you learned? What was in the podcast? They will have some difficulties to explain it to you.
so, ma'am, you don't think it's quality against the quantity? Suppose you are creating some good content and you are uploading 1 hour video on YouTube channel, and suppose some guy gonna check, okay, some particular topic, and you have created something about that topic for 1 hour video,
Mhm.
and there are, YouTube is kind of, information, sea of information. So you have created very good information there, but nobody's getting there.
Doesn't
Nobody
matter.
wanna see that.
Doesn't really matter. Um, Let me explain that with the example of movies. Nowadays, you see the same movies we have seen 30, 40 years ago, just with other actors and with a lot more action. Because people nowadays think if they don't have this flood of information and action, it is boring. But actually, if I compare, let's say, a thriller from back then and now, back then they made you um, let's say, focus on this movie just with the camera, just with the actors, without any action. You got like fascinated and you had to watch that till the end. Nowadays, people expect a lot of action, like in those Chinese movies, they jump from the bottom backwards to the roof of the house, or such actions, or James Bond movies. Everybody knows that it cannot be real. I don't see any point in that. If you can explain the same story with simple broadcasts, and you can explain the same, and maybe it's even more interesting because you see more of the details. If there's too much action, you cannot see all the details. You get confused. Yeah? But
Okay,
it's the
good.
modern times, yeah. Even
Okay,
children, they find it boring when something is slow. Yeah.
okay. So I think I have to be very fast. I need to create a content like a 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So I'll take care from next time.